G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the west side of the map, playing in the colour teal, is the Holy Roman Empire. It is the man with hair, aka Snooper. And on the east side of the map, playing as the Ottomans, in the colour orange, it's Askdask, aka Salami. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dry Arabia. We're here once again, seeing exactly what these two Conqueror 3 players are up to. Appreciate there are a lot of numbers there. Maybe we could say that a bit differently. What this pair of Conqueror 3 players are up to. That's better, Drongo. That's better. Now, an interesting opening already happening here from Salami. A distinct lack of military school. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, obviously, it's going to be a faster raid job. But the question is why? Getting the military school out early doesn't really cost you much. It costs you a little bit of idle time when you go out to the stone. It costs you a little bit of wood as well. Obviously, you're going to have to think about where you're going to get the rest of the wood from. But routinely, we can see players aging up at 4 minutes 30, 4:35, opening with a military school. Nice little pathing right there. Beautiful pathing by Salami. Picking up plenty of sheep back here. Did actually go for a double scout opening as well. It's been kind of rare to see the double scout opening recently, with the exception of, like, I'm trying to think of maybe Prairie would be probably the best map, and maybe Mongolian Heights as well, but look at this. Doing a great job gathering all those sheep. Jeez, he's picking up a lot of sheep. That's 4 for the second scout, 7 for the first, and almost a little bit of a sheep delivery right there, but he does head back out away from the town center of the enemy. So I'm curious exactly how much it affects his timing, because I guess, realistically, you're going up against the Holy Roman Empire. And worst case scenario, I mean, best case scenario, you're causing idle time with the prelate. And that's not really that big. Like, obviously, you want to be using the prelate to be buffing up your villagers. But at the same time, we're sitting here at 2 minutes 30. Keep in mind, the first spearman normally gets in about 3 minutes 30 on a good day. But the Arkan Chapel already going up in a beautiful Arkan Chapel. Probably one of the best Arkan Chapels I've seen on Dry Arabia. Arkan Chapel going to act as a drop-off point for the berries. Buff up plenty of villagers to about 60% of that wood line. And also get the gold. And it can push in the deer as well from that east side. If he really wanted to. If he really wanted to. Obviously, it didn't go for 2 scouts, so it's going to be a bit tougher. Definitely can. And we got a villager moving out onto the stone. So we might have a potential second town center coming in right here. And now in this matchup, I think that's probably the right decision. You can get away with a lot in this matchup. I feel like as the Holy Roman Empire, it's definitely, you know, the ball is in your court when it comes to making mistakes. That's probably the best way for me to say it. You know, like, to lose this matchup as the Holy Roman Empire, you know what, I'm not going to curse Snooper. I don't want to curse Snooper, but look, I'd rather be the HRE rather than be the Ottomans. Let's just say that much. Over on the other side of the map, though, speaking of Ottomans, we've got Salami going up with 5 villagers on the landmark. Distinctly high number of villagers moving out over to gold as well. Now, this is quite curious. I guess the other thing to note is he did go for double scout, so any kind of timing that we do see from him, it's going to be hampered by the fact he did open double scout. Remember, it's a little bit of extra food. Not to mention an entire villager that you're going to be losing. By about this time, you've already lost. Well, if you think about it, right? If a villager collects 40 resources every minute, we're 4 minutes in, close to 150 resources already gone. It's kind of crazy when you think about it like that. The age up does come through. 5 villagers here. Going to be moving over onto the berries. Salami's still heavy on gold. So he should be looking for upgrades here. We do see the lumber camp going down, but that's going to leave him with not enough to drop down the wheelbarrow. Is he going fast castle, actually? He could be going fast castle here. This could actually work. So, obviously, one of the things that we've been seeing I wouldn't necessarily say a resurgence in, but people becoming aware of, is that Ottomans can fast castle. Obviously, when you play the Ottomans, like the most obvious thing to you is that feudal age play. The feudal age play that we're all familiar with. Heaps of archers, the meta, spamming those battering rams and just looking to push down your enemy in the feudal age. Kind of reminiscent of the way the English used to play. But now people are kind of working out, well, hold on a minute. I know how to beat that. And because people know how to beat it, the Ottomans, they got to stay on their toes. So they look for other ways, and this is going to be a fast castle. There's no two ways about it. 5 villagers on gold is probably too much at this point, but we'll see exactly how it goes. He's got a lot of villagers underneath the town center. This is going to be actually pretty brutal timing. He might be looking at an age up here, so I would suspect he's going for MIA. But knowing Salami, there is anything that's possible right now. Second town center going to be going up for Snooper. So, you know, I mentioned earlier the fact that as the Holy Roman Empire, you can... You know, the ball is in your court. What I think is very interesting here is that you've got... Had the Holy Roman Empire gone for the standard fast castle strategy, he would age up at a pretty quick time, probably be dropping down the landmark very, very soon, and would be able to snag away a lot of the relics. At the moment, he's got 1 prelate out, and my suspicion is that by the time he reaches the castle age, if Salami is playing this right, if he's playing the correct way here, he will be going into field work, getting 2 free imams, and looking to deny, at the very least, 2 relics off the map. I would probably be starting with these ones, because they're closer to the enemy base. You can see he's got 2 beautiful relics. So this one here is perfect, and this one here is also really good. And the reason why you'd go for that is because when you're going for this fast castle build order, what happens is your first vizier point's actually delayed. So you don't get a super fast vizier point the same way that you would with a military school. And that's going to be a consequence of not opening with the military school. So part of the reason why I like to open with the military school is it does encourage that vizier point to come that little bit faster through the units that it trains. And because it trains, because you get the vizier point faster, you're able to skill it sooner and get out towards these relics so that when you age up, you can pick them up immediately. And it is going to be a fast castle with the Istanbul Imperial Palace. A landmark that, I'm going to say it right now, I'm not a fan of. I don't like this landmark. I don't like this landmark at all. But if there was ever going to be a build order that you were going to play it, this would be it. It would be a fast castle. And why would it be a fast castle? And the answer is because you don't have any vizier points right now. This landmark doubles the rate at which you get your vizier points. There's a little influence area that's going to be happening around this landmark. And when it does, you're gonna see a giant circle. And anything that produces units inside of that, including the town center, the military school, the barracks, the archery range, siege workshop, it's going to get double the points. Which means that you can really formulate a very strong push. And we can see right now, Salami, 5 villagers on the mining camp. I know what he's doing, and I'm loving it. Oh, this is actually so smart by Salami. I think we're going to have a Janissary timing push. An Ottoman 4 military school Janissary timing push. There's the first vizier point coming through now. Does he go for it? He goes for it. Field work. But you can see, even though he gets them out, look at the age up. The age up's almost through. And he's going to get another vizier point as soon as he ages up. At least he should. Probably in a couple seconds. That thing pops off real quickly once you age up to the 3rd age. But you can see right now, you know, had the military school been out a bit earlier, these imams would be out picking up relics right now. Obviously, he probably wouldn't be up this quick, though, if he goes for a military school. It's a lot more resources you got to expend. Back over in the base of Snooper, we can see that he is thinking about going castle as well, but having a little bit of food problems. And this is going to enable Salami to steal away all of those relics. So very, very cheeky. You know, if you were to look, one of the things I talk about on my Patreon a lot when I'm coaching is once you start getting to the Conqueror level, not only do you have to be familiar with what your enemy is going to do, but you have to actively look for ways to hamper what they want to do. And what does the Holy Roman Empire want to do? They want to take relics. It's like the #1 thing on their list. Get Castle Age and take all the relics. And Salami begins the game by denying out these relics. We're 9 minutes in and 2 relics get picked up, and he takes the right ones. These are the correct relics to take. This one's going to be easily deniable as well. He can use units to deny that, as you can see right there. So we want to use the long... I was going to say the long range of the knight, but what I mean is like the maneuverability of the knight to go for to deny this relic. So Sacred Site 1 is captured. Scout going to be falling back towards the base with the knight behind it. And at the same time, look at this Salami covering 2 relics out here. First one down here to the south. Second one, and technically covering 3 relics because there's this one as well. 1 scout covering 3 relics. Burgrave going to be coming up for Snooper. And look at this. Look at the town center. Look how little damage it does, and he does manage to kill the scout, which means that right now Snooper, he's playing in the blind. He's got no clue what his enemy's up to. All that he knows is that 2 sacred sites have been captured, 2 relics have been taken off the field. Salami going to be sitting on 360 passive gold a minute, and the military schools begin coming up behind it. Beautiful opening here from him. Boss going down on the gold mine. Everything about this build order is beautiful. And I love the fact he's open with the stables. Because he could just be going in ham into military schools, but it's going to take time for these guys to pay off. By going for the stable immediately, he can begin knight production and maintain knight production. Keep them coming out. Expect to see spearmen, and indeed we do see spearmen coming out now from Snooper. But just note, when it comes to maneuverability, these guys aren't going to be the kings. The king is going to be the knight. We've seen it before. The Ottoman knights, very fearsome, very strong. Especially when paired up with something like the Janissary. Scout going to go down. A little bit of a lapse in attention there from Salami. And the question is, where does this third Imam go? I would have preferred for this Imam to come down towards the south side. You can give Snooper one relic. That's okay. But that second relic, that's the one you want. Watch out, Scout. Watch out, Scout. So, I kind of want to reprimand Salami there and be like, hey, look, Salami. When your Scout makes that little call out, when it goes, I'm not going to whistle because I don't want to blow you guys' ears out. Whenever you whistle on a mic, it's just like, it hits a whole new frequency that I just haven't accounted for. But when you hear that whistle call out, you just know, okay, I've got to get to my Scout because he's spotted a unit. Or she spotted a unit. See now. That knight going to be coming in. Beautiful point blank charge. Gets it off by targeting one of the villagers in the backside. One vill does go down. If he's unlucky, you'll lose the knight, but that armor just going to do so much work. And remember, he can heal this back up. He's got the Imams out here. Imam numbered 1. Going to be looking to pick up this relic. Relic over on the other side of the map has been picked up. Thrown inside an outpost. With that Springleton placement on it. 10.8 tiles of range. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And the spearman numbers for Snooper. Just going to peter out. So at the moment, we've got an Ottoman player who's scaling towards Imperial Age. Making lots of villages, more than his enemy, but he's down the relics. And that's something that he wanted to do. And normally you use those relics to slingshot yourself to Imperial Age. Or at least slingshot yourself to a military lead. Snooper doesn't have those relics, but he does have a second town center. And the question is the timing that comes out from Salami going to be enough to take out Snooper before he reaches that scaling point? Because 2 TC Burgrave, it's pretty strong. You got the equivalent of 5 barracks in the Burgrave. 2 town centers obviously giving a great economy together with the Archon. There's a lot going for it, and we do see all 3 sacred sites captured. Central one ticking up at the moment towards the base of Salami. It's got relics moving back towards this position. Get off my screen. I wish I could get these messages off my screen. Damn, dude. You guys have no... I mean, you probably have an idea as to how much it annoys me. It takes up so much real estate. It's like I've already lost 15% here at the top, and then you're taking up another... I'm going to call that, like, just... It's a lot. Anyway, it wouldn't be a Drongo cast without me raging at the sacred site. Message coming up. But look at this. We got the veteran archers moving out. Salami going absolutely ham here. I wonder what he spent all of his points on. I've got no clue. But we got to get a picture of this. Hold on. Spearman coming in for a bit of a raid. Little push out to the front. Medic comes through. That's going to be an indication. This one's going on the thumbnail. You guys know exactly where that one's coming in. Look at that. Look at that landmark. Isn't it beautiful as well? It's such a good looking landmark. Back towards the middle though. This army is building. And this is where it starts to get scary, right? Because the Ottoman player has invested nothing into economy. They've gone straight for tech, into the Castle Age, put down 4 military schools, which is all long-term investment. And we can see what they've gone into. We know that at the very least, he's gone into field work, military campus. That's where the 4 military, or that's with the 4 military schools. We know he's gone into advanced academy because he can train knights and crossbows. I would suspect we know that he's got the meta as well. I'm pretty sure he's gone for the meta speed. Let's double check. Or meta drums. No, he hasn't gone for meta drums. So he hasn't doubled up back onto the front line just yet. So this is just an OG meta. But my suspicion is we're going to see 8 Janissaries coming out very, very soon. I suspect it's probably going to be the next point, and he's going to be looking for a timing push to try and take out his enemy, because 8 Janissaries for free is just huge. It's massive, and I feel like not enough people talk about it, not enough people use it. When we look here at what Snooper's got behind the scenes, like, what do you even make here in this position? You're up against knights, you're up against crossbows. So, I mean, realistically, your options are horsemen, I guess, mangonels, maybe? Mangonel spearmen? Maybe that works. Maybe mangonel spearmen, get some of that out. It wouldn't work terribly, actually. Some more sacred sites being taken up, and Salami beginning to wall up like a madman as well. Something he's known to do. Does love his walls. I remember playing against him. He walled me out so many damn times, that guy. Gotta watch out for him. He's a real trickster. We do see 4 out of the 5 relics sitting in his hands. It's going to be 320 gold a minute. Take a look down here. Check our resources, our incomes. At the moment, about 2,200. Up against about 2,000. But the scary thing for me is that the momentum, the tempo, is in the favor of the Ottomans here. Not only that, but the military numbers look good at the moment for Snooper, but they're not good. Please tell me that's the Janissaries. Please be the Janissaries. Where are the Janissaries? Give me the Janissaries and give them to me now. Why no Janissaries, please? I'm a crying man right now. You're going for a timing push. You're going to take him out of the game and you're not even going to do it with Janissaries? Not even going to do it with that Ottoman flair? Come on, Salami. I believed in you. Archer numbers are pretty decent, though. There's so many archers here. That's the thing, right? Like, there's a lot of archers here. Hold on a minute. Look at all the imams. Has he picked up? He hasn't picked up herbal medicine just yet, but that's where he's spending all of his extra gold. He's got 750 gold just floating around. Still, those knight numbers looking pretty solid. And now Snooper just holding on. You can see it's almost like you know, nobody wants to blink first. Neither of these players wants to push through, but Snooper, he's going to be the first one to be dealing with an offensive. That's for sure. The 3 battering rams. They're going to have a tough time here against the town center. Remember, it might not be that formidable, but it does have emergency repairs. And ideally, you want to save that emergency repairs for your outpost, because this guy's going to be doing your damage. So let's see exactly how Snooper plays it. Look at the army size right now. No Janissaries in here, though. Enough to make a grown man cry. Give me a J. Give me an A. No, but don't really. Don't really. At the moment, Snooper, population block, going to be moving out. Plenty of Lance Connects, lots of spears. Needs a Springle, needs a Mangonel, needs something. Looking for a bit of a surround, and Snooper going to be moving forward. Lance Connect on the backside. Horseman coming around from the top. We enter into the cinematic mode as Snooper tries to hold onto his base, coming out. Imam's going to be in here, using that field work to repair. Lance Connects, as well as the Spearmen, completely evaporated on that front line. Are the crossbows going to be enough to hold off together with the archers? Continuing to hold on. The cavalry moves through, and the man with hair looks like he might be able to put up a solid defense, but still, look at the heals that are coming out. Look at the heals that are coming out right now from Salami. They're looking incredible, and the meta stays here. And this Archer Ball continues holding on. He's gone from archers in the feudal age to archers in the castle age, and it's worked an absolute treat. The Imams healing up with field work, just able to keep these units alive for just a little bit longer. And that's all he needs in this situation. The first of the town centers goes down. Still maintaining a villager lead of 20. But keep in mind, when it comes to the relics, there's a 4 versus 1 advantage, not to mention the sacred sites. Don't talk about the sacred sites. Where are these Janissaries? Where are the Janissaries? Please, Lord. Somebody, think of the Janissaries. There they are. There's 3 of them. That's not the Janissaries we're looking for. That's what we're looking for right there. 8 Janissaries. This is enough. This should be more than enough. I mean, at this point, look at this. 70 military population versus 23. This is what I was talking about with tempo. When it comes to tempo, the concept of tempo, who's got the bigger ball rolling at any point in time? And obviously, it is the Ottomans. The Ottomans are just, once you get this going, how do you stop it? There's so many resources invested into just momentum and tempo here. You've got 4 military schools pumping out units overtime. You've got a landmark that's going to be giving you 8 Janissaries coming through shortly. And then you've got a stable that's just producing non-stop knights. Plenty of archers obviously in the mix as well. But the fifth battering ram comes out. Janissaries making their way through, and you can see the splits coming. The Mangonel's out, so he's obviously spotted out the siege workshop. He knows exactly what's happening. Or at least can suspect it. Janissary numbers at the moment. He's up to 11. Snooper going to be on the defensive. Plenty of units out here. We're heading into the cinematic mode once again as the Mangonel unpacks and repacks itself. Relic gets picked up. He goes for a Wallaloo. It's Salami going for the Wallaloo on the defensive. Mangonel shot onto the back line. Goes a little bit over the top. He continues moving forward. And it looks like these knights are going to be trying to take out the Mangonel. Mangonel gets another shot down the middle. He's going to have beautiful heals, though, on top of this. Looking to try and defend the Mango. Doesn't get it off. And the Janissary's melting through the cavalry of his opponent. The Lance Connect going down. The men-at-arms. Everything going down. Salami, the Wallaloo god, seals the game with a beautiful defensive Wallaloo and a wonderful victory. Fellas, go check out these 2 creators. Both of them stream on Twitch. Both of them stream in English. I'll leave links in the description. One of them's Australian. The other one, well, he owns a deli, probably, somewhere in the world. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for watching.